By watching this video, you will get a lot of updates on the best new games mobile 2024. Seriously, you will be amazed at how good the graphics are, probably the best list I have ever made of the top new games. As I mentioned before, we have seen so many games that will become the top tier in their own genre, and I guarantee you will get excited about it. So make sure you help this video get 200 likes and comment which game are you playing now. Top 10 Best Graphic New Game Mobile 2024 for Android and iOS English version. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Super Dragon Punch. Super Dragon Punch Force 3. As a new game on mobile, I love how smooth the gameplay is. It's totally satisfying to play even when you play the game with the bots. But anyway, you must play this new game online to run the game. Super Dragon Punch Force 3 is a new game in the fighting genre, where we can pick a different rank of a certain mode to push our rank level with the other players to reach a higher score in the leaderboard, or play the story mode to get many new characters that don't unlock yet. The combat mechanisms are really easy to learn, especially since we don't need to learn how to unleash the ultimate skill. Just need to tap one button to cast the ultimate, but we need to build up the energy until it is full by land a successfully hit into the enemy. In one game, we should reach 2 win strike in total, and it will determine our winning at the end. Overall, I think this game will have so many updates in the future because the battle arena seems pretty limited, and also the hero needs some additional to make the players have more option on picking the variety of the character option. Super Dragon Punch Force 3 is the best new game online for Android 2024 and iOS. Anim Survival. Anim Survival Anime RPG. This is one of the best new games that seems like a Pal World mobile. The gameplay is clearly described on how the combat mechanism is, because we can fight side by side with the monster that we caught before. We cannot easily get the monster because we need to increase the capture chance by hitting the enemy and lower their HP to raise the capture chance to become bigger. Honestly, the combat mechanism is way better than the Pokemon games. The way of our pet unleashing the skill is perfectly done, with a clear skill showcase and really good color blending that makes the visual look so amazing. We only can control and navigate the main hero because our pet will attack randomly. Unfortunately, this game only has a top-down view perspective, which I prefer to play the game with a free camera angle. Anim Survival has a combination of RPG and survival games. We can craft new tools to gather some materials and build up new buildings. Honestly, the game seems not perfectly finished. It seems empty while we are in the area and needs more NPC around and keeps the game alive. This is the best new game for mobile 2024. Au3 Dan Star. Au3 Dan Star. This game is released on SIA server right now. The first time I played, I thought it had a great gameplay, but it's becoming the first rhythm game that combined with open world games concept. We can explore the whole world through the city, plaza, and even on the sea. Unfortunately, we cannot get into the sea and swimming, but probably these features will be added soon. The game has a dancing and rhythm games in one game's genre, but we can play the game in multiplayer with 3 players in total. Try to get the highest score by making a combos. Every single successful hit will increase your combo points and multiply your score. I love how the character design is, but I'm concerned with one thing that's quite weird. It's about when I pick a male hero but the dance style seems too girly, which I expect the movement to be way more gentle and manly. This is the main point that the developer needs to improve on. Absolutely, Au3 Dan Star is one of the best new open world games Android 2024. Wuthering Waves. Wuthering Waves. I think this achieved a new world record as the most downloaded new games mobile with an anime art style game. Seriously, can you imagine this game has been downloaded by over 1 million players within a few weeks, and even days, just less than 1 week, it's becoming the most played RPG games right now. When I try the game, I feel like the game is way too heavy for mid-range spawns. The game doesn't have any limit to tell the players by the pawn specification. That's why I try to play in the maximum setting. Unfortunately, I find the laggy issue which the developer should be ready to tell us earlier. If this game is good for high-end porn, but the positive feedback I would like to say is it has so many features, even more than Genshin Impact, like we can capture the monster and transform into a different form. But overall the action is pretty similar, like a glider, swimming, climbing. The combat mechanism really hits me a lot in the gameplay. Seriously, it feels like so fast, intense, dynamic, and that's all blend perfectly becomes the best new game mobile in action RPG games genre. What do you think about it? Last World, open world. I can see a huge potential this game would become when the developer finish this project and give a huge several updates then. I love how the character movement is really smooth, how they run, swimming and fighting with the enemies, but it needs more details in ragdoll physics. For example, when the trees just fall down, but overall I love how the game concept makes the players able to play casually, because we can get the material through hitting the wood or get the stone by using the bare hands. I don't find any level of the heroes. The game purely needs a lot of progress by crafting some stuff and equipment to strengthen our characters. Building up the new building is possible, but it will cost a lot of materials. The game doesn't have any graphic setting yet, and I'm sure it will be playable for low-end phones. Last World is the best new game Android open world game base for mobile 2024. 8th Era Epic RPG Adventure. This game has a futuristic storyline. It's about AI that dominate the world and they can conquer the world in the future, where the AI create a robotic that has a wisdom and is able to interact with the other creatures just like a human. This plot twist pretty much hit me a lot, and I wonder if it will be described about the world then. The gameplay is a turn-based game, but we can play the game in an auto mode. When we reach a certain stage, then these features will be unlocked. Every turn we have passed, we will get a new energy to recharge. The function is for unleashing the heavy skill and will deal a bigger damage. We can lock the target and switch the hero with 2 allies as the substitutions. Try to manage every single hero HP by focusing on switching up the hero with a lower HP life. It would be help you a lot in tactic dance. 8th Era Epic RPG Adventure is the best new game 2024 Android and iOS. Jump Assemble. As an anime game fans, I would highly recommend this game for you all, and I guarantee you will love this game as much as I love it. Probably this game is one of the most ambitious anime game that I have ever seen. Seriously, can you imagine every single strongest hero we'll find here? The protagonist or even the villain is available to choose. It's pretty insane how the developer makes the skill showcase absolutely the same as the actual anime. These all are really makes my dream come true. Goku, Luffy, Naruto will fight in one battle arena. This game has MOBA base, which we need to destroy the enemy's turret and become the winner, but we need to increase our level first before we are ready to join the combat. There is some monster that will respawn frequently and it will boost our experience a lot. The skill will be available to unlock when we reach a new level. This game has an English version but only playable in a specific country, which make the connections become unstable. Absolutely the best new games for Android and iOS 2024. About climbing game 3D. I know this game is reminding me of a climbing up games like. No wonder the game's mechanism is close to it. The gameplay seems pretty simple, but trust me, when you play it, you will have a hard time learning and feel so challenging at the same time. It doesn't have any life points. We only need to prepare ourselves to always climb again continuously, because it doesn't have any checkpoint. I didn't find any level yet. Even if it does have any obstacle, the game's level difficulty is way too hard. Overall, I think the developers need to add some features like competing with the other players, so we can make a race in an estimate time. This new game is playable offline and has a small size game. Winning Derby. This game is about a racing between waifus players. All of the heroes are girls with great character design. The appearance is really interesting, especially in the way all characters present their characteristic through the racing. While we start the race, we cannot do anything, even the navigation will do automatically. We are only able to rotate the points of view and the player's perspective. But remember to train your hero before starting the race based on which strength you would like to push first. But honestly, the gameplay is just so-so, but the hero and the character design is way better than the graphic. If you would like to play an idle game, then I think it's pretty good to play while you don't need to focus on anything while racing. Blade of God X. Blade of God X. Absolutely the best of the best new action game that I would recommend to everyone who likes to play an action game. The dark vibes, the combo skill, the character design, the music, everything seems really epic. I don't have any complaints anymore. Seriously, the developer really makes the game full of their experience. By the game's name, I am sure you will think if this is so like a mobile game. No wonder many players say it's because every single movement is really similar. A counter attack and parry attack is the best reason why players enjoy the combat experience. The gameplay of Blade of God X is we can pick two different heroes, which those heroes will have the same range type melee combat. Try to maintain the stamina because we cannot do any action when you run out of it. You need to buy sometimes to recharge it. The boss creators really catch me a lot in design. It seems so abnormal. This is the best new RPG games for Android and iOS 2024. Warfare 1942. Bonus Warfare 1942. For the last game, FPS would be the best option for you to know if this game is a new release and really refreshing. The game will be taking place on the World War era, that's why the vibes are really nostalgic. The way of the army's appearance and how the guns look is 100% on point. The gameplay is we should reach the highest score until the estimate time finish, even if it needs an internet connection to play. But honestly, I feel like playing against the bots, it's way too easy. Most of the enemy cannot even hit us from a close distance. These all are the best new games for mobile, and I really love the progress for mobile games industry. It seems we need to upgrade our phone because the newest games would need a higher phone specification. Remember to like this video and help us to reach 200 likes. See you in the next video. Thanks.